Welcome back, lazy gamers. Welcome back to Civ 6. This is part 3 of Babylon. We have had probably one of the most epic, like 5 turns in. Yeah, I have not experienced this in a long time. We not only took out a enemy capital, we pretty much got Sinbad, managed to save Zanzibar, got a free settler, got Isaac Newton, got the Colosseum, and managed to kill Hanafu and Zablanque with Sinbad. And we are into a back-to-back golden age here. So yeah, I think the time is to play on, and we have reached this point here in the game where I think focusing on a victory condition would be okay, but I think I want to just chill here and maybe try for like multiple victory conditions and see which one wins out. Something to that effect will be kind of fun to manage. Would have been an epic campus but the coal node is fine too. As far as technology is concerned, we are so far ahead of everyone that a science victory is just going to be de facto easy. Yeah, I mean, if just from experience, I can pretty much say that we are going to win this game very easily. Just not sure how we are going to win the game though. That's going to be a little up in the air. But I think this is the time when we want to explore. We want to find out all the other players in the game and really see if we can put some more cities down. Yeah, I think I have more than a good share of cities. So the science victory seems like it's going to be the easiest path to win a victory. At this point where we stand, I think a culture victory is also possible. We have the faith for it, and we will have more faith going in. And I think if a culture victory happens, we may end up buying some great works, I guess, or maybe even making them ourselves. Our religion is definitely going to contribute to it. Actually, may not, because our religion is kind of lost to us now.
I don't know to whom.
But yeah, potentially rock bands. Maybe we can get a few preserves. Maybe not preserves, but like national parks. I think, yeah, it can happen. But I just have a feeling that the science victory is going to be quicker. If I like switch my game tactics right now and pivot completely into Dom can actually also happen very easily. It will be grinding though, because I mean, I think taking out Suleiman and Caesar might be pretty straightforward. But when we have to go offshore, the other civs are going to be a little more challenging. I think the map or the amount of land that we got to cover does definitely feel like a lot. And it'll happen. I mean, a domination win can also happen pretty easily, but it will just take time. I mean, considering that like the mid to late game, the turns tend to kind of drag on, I will edit down the video length, definitely. I will try to leave all the turns in, but I'll definitely try to keep a good I'll try to keep a good amount of the important or even the moderately important parts. But yeah, but expect to see me forward through or cut out things here that are just, part of the grind. Looks like Buenos Aires is coming under pressure, and that's good because I have a feeling they'll flip to us, and when they do, yeah, we will liberate them. So the industry on the amber, it gives you faith. All right, we are the most expansive civilization on the planet, in the world. Yep, let's block off that. The city would need an encampment, and I think blocking that tile off kind of makes sense. Besides that, I think we need to just chop, harvest, and improve these tiles. And that city will definitely need a harbor. Anbadol. Okay. Yeah, some of the newer city-states we made might be harder to suzerain, but yeah, we'll try. Okay. Alright, we have a few turns from the casa now. That's some good spots for a campus and a holy site. And I think I'm going to try, yeah, I'm going to clear that land first. Okay. We have got our religion back, but I don't expect to hold on to it. Muscat. Okay. Nagazargamo. Alright. We met Zulu. Sinbad needs to find like a barbarian camp.
Everything here
Oh,
appears
sweet. We got
calculated to
the
inspire
Alhambra.
kind and happy feelings, for everything is delicate and
I
beautiful.
want to say that Alhambra is probably one of the top wonders that I seek in many games, but I pretty much almost never get it. So this is good. I think veterancy here, and I think the rest looks fine. Alright. Yeah, Amani with that promotion should be good. It puts pressure on Buenos Aires for one. Yeah, our religion is pretty much toast. I don't think anything's gonna happen here. That would be a decent spot for a Theta Square. If we do continue with science, getting to vertical integration on Magnus is going to be key. Now Magnus can eventually go to or stay in Ishuna or go to Babylon. I think that would be okay. But typically for vertical integration, you want Magnus in the city that is central to all your industrial zones that you have. And yeah, my land is kind of not quite. Yeah, I think the center of my industry is pretty much on the north-south line between Babylon and Eshona. I think this first chance I get, I'm gonna plug, start working on the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus in Mari. Alright, let's get an apostle and just keep him in the wings. I'm not sure if, yeah, I might have some use for him eventually.
Oddly, it appears not to.
Okay. Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't seen too many wonders here. In fact, usually like when you're on a continental landmass like this, there is usually one wonder tucked away somewhere. But to be fair, we haven't really explored that much either. Yeah, I think a campus here. And possibly another holy site, industrial zone, something. Okay. Yeah, it might be a while before the city grows out though. That's fine. Yeah, that could be useful. Debater is always great if you want to protect your religion. Having like apostles with debater promotions. I mean, the AI does tend to swamp you with apostles and missionaries, but the more debaters you have, the easier you can hold them off. I gotta keep a watch on the lifespan for Sinbad and Hercules. Yeah, I mean, they will eventually die and leave the game, but hope I can make the most of them while they are here.
All other lands found on the western side of the boundary shall belong to the king and queen of
So
Castile
we
and their
have
successors.
Casa. So the 3 governor promotions are great, and they're always pretty much the reason I go for Casa. But now, since our majority of our cities are on a different continent than Babylon, it is going to be very useful because as long as they have a governor, those cities, pretty much every city to the south of Babylon, south and east of Babylon, is going to give me gold, faith, and culture. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, I think an aqueduct would work. Let's do it. So Ashuna needs a lot of different things here. So if I want to push Dom, I should go Grandmaster's Chapel. I am definitely putting a thumb on the needle here, but yeah. Right. I think taking Pingala and promoting him, I want to say either Connoisseur and Grants. Again, Babylon's ability that gives you free decks on the Eurekas that you do does come with a nerf, which is the 50% slower speed to normal deck generation or science generation. But yeah, but the side effect of that is Pingala, who is usually very strong, does not, I mean, his effects don't amount to a lot as Babylon. I mean, the culture alone is definitely worth it.
It's not the towering sails.
Oh, sweet. We boosted square rigging. Nice. That actually is pretty good. But yeah, but if you want to choose Pingala for science, that's probably not the optimal way. Yeah, and let's try to pick a tech here that we are least likely to boost. And yeah, we are getting to the point where we are not too far away from flight and we are not too far away from spaceports, really. Things will start moving fast. Well, I mean, if I slow down and try and pay attention and just kind of... I could do this faster, but I'm pretty much chilling right now. In fact, pretty much the only drama I expect from this point on is if we are winning science or if we are winning culture or something else. Okay. We still have 2 more civs to meet though. Sweet. Printing. Yeah. Mausoleum now. Yeah, we want that aid emergency. Multiple parties kind of sign on to it, but every once in a while you get the opportunity to be just the sole signee, and you can pretty much win that easily. Okay. Yeah, a Theta Square on this side seems fine. We'll try to put the commercial hub next to the river. Yeah, Zulu seems to have a pretty decent empire. I think we are close to meeting the other 2 civs. Should be somewhere close by here. Yeah, let's place another Theta Square down. Yeah, I think, yeah, gold is a premium. I do have a lot of it, but I think buying a shipyard here is the right play. And we can always raise more gold as long as we have trading partners. Alright. It's possible that Sinbad gets us a circumnav very, very soon. Sweet.
You must not lose faith.
Okay, humanism's boosted. Think we are okay. As long as I'm in monumentality, I will leave scripture in, but I think it's time I need to start thinking about taking scripture out. And looks like Buenos Aires is revolting, and it is going to join us or flip to us. Yeah, that coal node. I mean, the Alcazar on that is not bad by itself, but I think improving the coal node makes long-term sense, definitely. I have revealed oil, but I do not see any immediate oil nodes here. But I'm still far away from plastics to build the offshore oil well. In fact, to boost plastics, I need to build an oil well that's going to unlock it. But I don't see an oil node here, which could be a problem. Oh, good God. Okay, let's search for it, please. I'm really hoping there is something within a oh, good God. A bunch of them are all offshore. There is one there. There's one in the north. A couple in the north here. Oh, damn it. Am I going to put like a snow city up there? Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to put a snow city up there somewhere, maybe even a couple. The challenge is, I mean, if I'm not, I can always hard tech the tech. That is fine. That is doable. But it'll just delay the point at which I can hard tech plastics, which is going to just make things. It's going to slow things down because I will not have without oil. Like the units that I get with oil and the boosts that come from it are all going to be delayed. So I think putting a city down just for the oil, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Well, city is going to be trash, but it'll have oil. That's pretty much the reason for its existence. Okay. We're not too far from Mausoleum here. And we are not too far from Filippo Bruscinelli either. And here's the problem, right? Because we have been leaping through the tech tree and the eras so fast, we have not been able to recruit all the great engineers we could have. There you go. That's the circumnav. Okay. Sindbad needs to be close to that. And you will get hit. Okay. Let's grab that tribal village. And this worker can't really do much until we get to plastics. So, yeah, do other things. Yeah, why not? A large chunk of the world is friendly with us. That's okay. Alright, military emergency. I'm gonna vote both of these down. One is against us, one is against Caesar. And yeah, I have no interest in war. But the one against us might pass, which is... It did pass. Oh, Julius. Yeah, Caesar is being a dick right now. Okay, that's fine. Actually, that's not a problem though. Because since we are forced into this war, I will try and make the best of it. Yeah, Buenos Aires is going to flip to us and we'll try to see if that can become a foothold to kind of lean into him. I don't know if I have any interest in his cities, but I will definitely try to get some villages off and see if I can just wreck his empire. But yeah, I think I need to buy something stronger in these. I think a cannon here would be fine. I need to raise the gold for it though. Oh, sweet. We got a free ranger. Alright. And we got a free relic. Sweet. Okay. Looks like the continent that the Khmer is on is a kind of narrow, at least in the parts that Khmer is settled in. But I think it's like a very... it might be a little snaky in the north, but I'm sure it broadens out and there are like a couple of civs because China and Egypt are kind of sharing that southern bloc. It's possible that the two other civs are somewhere between Egypt and Zulu on the other side. Hercules doesn't have too much time left, so maybe he should just take out that camp and move on. Alright, Theta square done. Okay. We're getting close. Canada. Canada is a bit of a surprise. I was expecting like the others. Oh, Gaul. Okay. Okay. That's kind of sad though. We are the first ones to meet everyone. Gaul in a game with Babylon, especially when Babylon is kind of hogging the great engine. I think Gaul's doesn't seem to have had a good game. Because typically Gaul leans into oppidums pretty well and the AI does do a decent job. But the fact that the early great engineers haven't gone at all means that Gaul was probably delayed on the oppidum. Which really means that they were probably not doing too well. Yeah. So since we have met everyone, so meeting everyone is one of the key steps towards trying to go for a culture victory. Because only after you meet all the civs can you start building up a tourism differential against them. And then, yeah, not only do you have to maintain high culture to counter the tourism, but your tourism multipliers kick in pretty much after flight. I think after flight you get more tourism from a bunch of things you do, and I think getting open borders with everyone, sending everyone trade routes is going to be part of the game or part of the play for a culture push. And we have a couple of monopolies, and that'll help too. All right, show me a camp. Sindbad can, yeah, no camps. A lot of open land or other, lot of open seas with like islands dotted all over the place, but no camp anywhere. Yeah, he's gonna die anyways. It's fine. Let's go out in the blaze of glory. We're definitely gonna get Hercules back later in the game. Simply for, yeah, definitely for the spaceport. But I think the way this game is going, I don't think we even need to. I'm pretty sure I can like build the spaceport in like not more than 4 or 5 turns. So after you build the spaceport, you can build the first Earth satellite immediately. You need to get to a specific tech to do the Mars colony and the lunar mission and the other exoplanet expedition, which typically can get delayed. So having one turning spaceports with Hercules makes a lot of sense if you have the other techs unlocked. And there we have it, Mausoleum of Helicarnassus. But I think in this game specifically, it's going to be the least impactful wonder. Actually, maybe not. Maybe if I get some of the great engineers who give me space stuff, yeah, that might be useful. But I don't know. I think we are bounding through the tech tree too fast to recruit all the people we want. Let's see. I'm actually hopeful that some of the great engineers that are available in the later eras, I think we're going to get a bunch of them. Or we should try to get a bunch of them. Okay. Can build the Potala Palace. Yeah, let's place it down. Actually, we are gonna get. Well, I think Filippo Bruscinelli was. If we get a great engineer, we'll boost it with the great engineer. But I'm pretty okay hard tagging it or hard building it. Colossus, yeah, maybe not there. Maybe in this city here. Yeah, but the military academy and the shipyard is probably maybe slightly more important. Some of the wonders are just I'll build them if they're available, but I don't need them. Yeah, the game's telling me to build an Alcazar there, but that's a bad spot. The mine and the quarry are gonna kill the appeal on that other tile. Well, hello. Like late game tribal villages, yeah, it's a bit of a crapshoot, but they do give you like outsized rewards every once in a while, like a free governor promotion or like a free tank. Just kind of stupid, but all right. So Buenos Aires. Oh, we can't liberate Buenos Aires because I think I forgot about it. So city state, I needed to capture the city state outright, I think, for me to be able to liberate them. If they flip to me in loyalty, I think I don't get the option to liberate them. They are my city now. It's fine. It's a good city. And it's a choke point, actually. There is a coal node I could definitely use. Let's see. I think sending trade routes to allies and other civs is probably the way to go from here. And basically just send trade routes to wherever you're getting the best gold. I think that works. Yeah, there is no oil in the south or the west. There is a lot of offshore oil in that area, but I still need plastics for it. What do I want to do? Yeah, I gotta think about this. I gotta slow down and think. There is a lot of offshore oil here, so a city in this area is definitely worth it. But I still need that oil well that's on land, so I think settling up in the snow is definitely going to happen. I think, yeah, my settler who I moved him away for one turn, but I think he needs to head up there. And yeah. Got a free builder. Okay, just a bunch of stuff to improve here. Mogadishu. Alright. Yeah, I think Nagazargamo is allied with Caesar, so we are at war with them. I think a commercial hub or an industrial zone could make a play for a wonder, but honestly, I don't need. I think the maybe Saint Basil's Cathedral, but even then, that's not the best wonder here. Oh, we lost Zanzibar at some point. Let's get it back and get Mexico City too. Okay. Can't shoot you from there. We can maybe stay in the city. See what he does. Ah, sweet. We found a camp. I mean, we are making a good amount of gold right now. Sindbad's value is extremely high in like the first 50 turns. Because that 500 gold can mean like extra settlers that you can build or extra military you can build. And just, it's very useful. As the game goes on, it's not as impactful. So like I think Hercules is probably the best like hero that you can recruit, simply because he stays relevant pretty much to the end of the game. As long as you need districts, he's going to stay relevant, which for science wins, that's like pretty much the standard operating procedure. Anansi is extremely useful in the early game. Found Hippolyta and Arthur pretty good too, but pretty much only for fighting in a war game. Let's see. Oh, so close. Yeah, didn't luck out there. I was hoping to get a kill on that apostle, but it did not happen. Yeah, let's get the privateer, and this privateer needs to safeguard the coastline there. Alright, he's only alive for 4 more turns. I hope I can find another camp very soon. That's fine. I mean, that boat is going to pillage things, but I have free builders, so should be good. Oh, that's a sweet Alcazar. Alright, Filippo, help me out here. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to use another charge and get the Potala Palace next turn. The Potala Palace gives you a wildcard slot, which it's not a must-have to win for. It's not a must-have thing for our game right now, but it's going to be useful because it gives us flexibility to plug in an extra card, and we will. Okay, no camp. Oh, sweet. I forgot that I had plugged the spy in that city. Spies are going to play an important part. Just the reason I went intelligence agency over Grandmaster's Chapel. Because I don't know if it's going to be how important or how useful it's going to be. But having spies, especially when you are not doing so well in tech, is very important as Babylon, because you will need to steal techs or steal tech boosts, which for Babylon gives you the tech outright. Now, there are some techs in the tech tree which can only be boosted by a spy. But I don't know if the game's going to go that long where some of the AI civs are going to get to a point where they have already researched a tech which can be boosted by a spy. Only if that condition is met will my spy be able to steal something. It is definitely handy to have a couple of spies on hand that have the ability to steal the tech boosts. We'll see. And we have the Potala Palace.
As if I was stepping onto the rooftop of my being, onto some dimension of consciousness that I'd never visited before.
Oh yeah, it's a free diplomatic policy, not a wild card. So in our case, yeah, I think that's fine. We'll eventually plug in Raj or Whistlebankin or something to that effect, or maybe just the straight gold. That would work too. Okay, I think settling on, yeah, I think that hill is fine. Okay. Yeah, no camps in the area. There's no more gold to gain from Sindbad. He's gonna die in like 2 turns. So we're at colonialism, and colonial taxes is, yeah. And I think Raj or Whistlebankin. Yeah, they're both good. I really can't make a choice here. That's fine. And we have Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan, who is going to be super useless. Because Ferdinand Magellan gives you a copy of a sea luxury. And on this stupid map, there are no sea luxuries. So yeah, I'm going to use Magellan to get a era score, or maybe use one of my boats to kill something with him nearby, get that era score, and then just delete him. Okay, I still have one more charge on Filippo. Gotta remember to use him somewhere useful. Alright. Okay. Something is better than nothing. 60 gold is fine.
You have proved.
Yep.
Science owes more.
Sinbad is done. If we end up in like a war where we have to cross the oceans, I'll definitely consider getting him back, but I don't really expect it. Yeah, I think we need to beeline for flight now. But we need a wonder. I think I might. Yeah, I gotta think about this. I'm expecting at this point where we are, I will be for sure boosting a lot of techs, which will pretty much give us the techs outright. So yeah, let's take a moment here and maybe sell the farm, raise the gold, and get the boosts that we need to get. Okay. I think my privateer needs to mess with Caesar. I'm gonna pillage things here and maybe get a few more privateers. I'll need a second privateer for a boost anyways. Alright. That's the ironclad.
There are three things extreme.
Ooh. Yeah, Suleiman City is flipping to me. Travel Scarp. Yeah, I don't know if I could have one-turned that, but it's fine. I've had too many games where Imhotep has been like a super wonder builder.
Roads were set up
there you go.
of 70 cubits high, representing
Yeah, he got it to close to a turn away, so it's fine. So Colossus gives me a trade route and a trader. I just have to make sure that when I do have the ability to build a spaceport, I have the faith handy to get Hercules back. Okay. Borsippa commercial hub is fine. I'll figure out a different spot for the commercial hub in Ishuna when I need it. Babylon needs an Artheta square, but I think I have blocked myself into not growing Babylon too much or too fast. So I think Babylon may make it to 13 pop, which will give me the extra district capacity, or will allow me to place down the theta square, but it might be a while before that happens. So yeah, let's see. Let's get some pillages next turn, or coastal raids rather. Okay, those barbs are too strong for my Nagama Bebeba. Okay, Snow City. Durmuti. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I lost my unescorted builder there. That's fine. Okay. So we have Raja Todarmal, who... Yeah, I don't have any internal trade routes, so he's kind of useless to me. But because we are playing monopolies and corporations, he's going to make a corporation for me. Probably the first one we want to do is the one in Borsippa, and then another one we will do in Paris for the Amber. And both those corporations are going to allow me to build products, and which will work, will be pretty good for us. Alright, so let's see. I think the Amber Monopoly is slightly better because we control all 4 copies of the Amber. So yeah, go to Paris. Alright, there we go. And we have the oil well and we have plastics. Okay. Oh good god. I think I'll be fine. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I lost that builder. I sent him unescorted to improve that coal, but it's fine. Yeah, we could have used this guy, but... Okay, let's run some campus research grants here. I think forget about wonders for a second and just focus on trying to recruit some great scientists here. From the early turns, great scientists have been highly contested this game by the AI. And there are definitely some great scientists from this point on that I really don't want to miss out on. I mean, I think even without them we can win pretty easily, but it'll just be that much quicker. And Ferdinand Magellan, yeah, I think we'll just bury him at sea here. Probably need to run away with that guy. Okay. Oh, we can... some interesting city-states in the mix. This was really an oversight on my part, actually, but typically when I play Barbarian clans, I tend to reduce the number of city-states on the map. Because what happens is with the kind of map you play, I mean, typically on Pangea there is not enough. You generally don't have enough room, so you can start with more city states. But on maps like these, where you have islands and little small land masses squirreled away all over the place, when you have land like this, you will have a lot of camps spawn, and a lot of these camps are going to be will evolve into city states. So if you start off with like a high number of city states and you have more camps evolving into city states, you end up with like a you end up with like a large number of city states before the game is done, which does really benefit the human player more than the AI. So yeah, I tend to avoid that situation and I try to start off with fewer city states, but I completely blanked on that fact and we started off with like I think 10 city states this game.
If it weren't for electricity,
Electricity is done. Okay. I think I could use a drone up there. The game pace is so high right now. Yeah, even if we try to go full on war, yeah, I don't think we'll have enough time. I think we'll win the science. I could be wrong here, but the current pacing of the game is putting me on a science win before I can get a dom win. And quite likely before I can get a culture win too. But we will try to see if we can make this a race between culture and science and see what happens. We do need a wonder, and I think putting down the Hermitage here is fine. And our current pacing right now is... I would love to get a win that is sub 200 turns, but it's looking quite likely that... I don't know, if I min-maxed this perfectly, I mean, I know I can do this. This game can end in like turn 170, turn 180 on deity difficulty. Yeah, colonial taxes stays. A bunch of options here. I think let's just pick Republican legacy for now. I think we'll change that out later. And let's get the archaeologist. So archaeologists have a dual use here. Because you get these antiquity sites and every once in a while they spawn in spots where you had plans for districts and other things. Having a few handy or having the ability to clear those antiquity sites out actually becomes quite important if it's impeding like a district placement or a potential wonder placement also. I think it's time to build some military here. I've been having decent luck with villages here, which is good. There's a good chance that we can take out Arthur next turn, as long as he doesn't move away. Can make a play for Hippolyta here. Let's do it. Alright, I think it's time for my spies to counter spy. Our tech lead is so high that we are like great targets for the AI to steal from. So we need to guard against that. Absolutely. And unlocking plastics has given us the ability to build oil wells, which are offshore oil wells. I mean, we are going to be in very good shape for oil, which means that like tanks and planes are not going to be a problem if the game goes to that point. All right, let's get Nalanda here. We could get a free tech that is going to be useful because with Nalanda we can build the Mahavira, which gives us a free tech. And oh, we got combustion. Sweet. Okay, let's bring our second privateer up and see if we can pressure Caesar into... Well, really, I mean, I just want to pillage. I don't care for anything else here. The AI seems to be offering me a lot of... or the AI civs are offering me great works of... different kinds of great works in trade deals. And at some point, soon enough, I think, I'm gonna go ahead and try to bump up my culture, bump up my tourism, buy some great works from the AI if it's available. Our tourism is not a threat right now, so we'll be able to buy pretty much whatever we want. So let's see. Oh, sweet. We killed Arthur. Arturius. At this point, I think getting new districts is not that important. but getting the higher tier buildings of districts that you already have placed is, yeah, probably is more important. Oh, good God. Oh, no, that's fine. I thought I lost another builder there, but that's the one I just captured, and that's okay. Not important. Think, yeah, go to the other side of the coast and try to get some villages off. Yeah, I don't know if the Roman fort village, yeah, it doesn't give you anything. I was hoping it does. Alright, so we have Charles Darwin, and I think, yeah, I don't see too many wonders here. In fact, the only wonder I see is the Eye of the Sahara. So, yeah, let's make our way over there. I definitely need more military in Buenos Aires to protect against any stupid shit. Now that knight could be in trouble. I don't think I can stay close to that area. Tutul can build something. Yeah, why not? Let's get the Golden Gate Bridge. It's not an easy wonder to build, however. It's one of those wonders that requires a very specific kind of a land setup. And I mean, it's not best of wonders overall, but I mean, it does help. It does make things, does help the tourism victory if you are pushing for it, or a culture victory. But it's one of those wonders that it's so rare to see an opportunity to build it. When you do see an opportunity, I'll like to go for it, even though it may not amount to much. Yeah, this knight needs to run away. You have a promotion, technologist, and we have Mimar Sinan. So the technologist promotion is important. We are so far ahead in tech. I don't think we'll be stealing anything from the AI at all. And Mimar Sinan, yeah, he's gonna be pretty useless because I don't know if I'll be building any more industrial zones. I might actually. It's quite possible. So, but yeah. He gets 2 charges on him because of the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, but yeah, the second charge doesn't really add anything. It's not like you can culture bomb twice. These villages are good. Although I would have loved to have the raid garden, but it's okay. I wasn't counting on getting into a war with anyone this game. But if it's there, sure, we'll make the most of it. Oh, he could have died.
It's the Industrial Revolution.
So we are at urbanization, and we have Dandara. Okay, she'll be useful. Yeah, this is what I mean. I mean, we are so far ahead in science, and the next Jayavarman is like at least 2 eras behind us. I don't see a situation where we are going to be in the need of stealing anything from anyone. So I don't know what to do here. Yeah, let's try stealing some gold and see what the next promotion we get. Yeah, let's take care of this Cuirassier. Alright. Trabluscarp is gonna join me. It's not a great city, but we gotta move our units down. It's become our new front line now. Yeah, what's worth trying Petra in the city? It actually makes it better if I get it, but it's fine if it doesn't happen either. I don't think that's enough to push into Rome if I wanted to. But yeah, but I think we are close to getting into a peace thing with him. Yeah, the emergency. He is at war with us due to an emergency on, I think, capturing Paris. And yeah, there are only a few turns left. Okay. Looks like the AI is contesting Zanzibar. So we gotta... Zanzibar is important right now to this game. Because of the extra amenities, it definitely helps keep my cities content and happy. No, I don't think I have any ecstatic cities yet, but it's not out of the question. Interestingly, I think I got a heroic relic artifact extracted. How archaeologists work when you have Heroes and Legends mode on. Because an archaeologist typically has 3 charges. But if one of those charges expended is on a heroic relic, then I don't think it costs a charge. I think you can still keep that charge for a normal, like an antiquity that you can excavate. Alright, there you go. The emergency is over. We have 1. I have a feeling he's going to sue for peace pretty much now. Or this in a few turns. And as far as dedications is concerned, I think Heartbeat of Steam is fine. We do have a ton of campuses, they do benefit from it. And we got the Yi Sun Sin, who gives us a free, I think he gives a free ironclad. And I'll save him. I might end up using him to make my first. I do have two other caravels which I'll upgrade to an ironclad, and I'll make my first armada.
An enormous and
Oh,
lofty
the
column.
Icelandic. I'm never going to try and say it. I don't know how to say it correctly. But yeah, it's the Icelandic volcano. And that is only the second wonder we have found this game. There are at least three others, I think, hidden away on the map somewhere. Oh, that's fine. Let's make a fleet. I was hoping to pillage that holy site, and I didn't realize it when I had sued for peace, or when I accepted the peace offer. It's fine.
Museums are on the front lines of the fight for culture,
Hermitage.
of good with evil. In any
Sweet.
case, of the fight against platitudes and primitiveness. In order to rally people,
We
governments
have
need at least
mobilization and we have flight. Getting flight is pretty much the beginning of the end as far as any games go, because if you're trying for a culture win, or if culture win is on your cards, flight is pretty much the starting point of that happening. Because like all our alcazars right now, which are the Granada unique tile improvement that we get, everything that gives you culture also gives you tourism now. So it's going to bump up my tourism count by quite a lot. Let's get Reina here and slot her in. Yeah, that city is fine because it has a commercial hub and a harbor. One of Reina's promotions doubles the adjacency of commercial hubs and harbors, and yeah, it's pretty good to have. Yep, let's get a sub. I would love to get Alfred Nobel, but I don't know if I'm going to get him.
There's so much
Sweet.
plastic in this co-
Synthetic materials is done. And what is the next thing that I will not be able to boost? I think radio is a good bet. I will not be able to boost it. That's fine. Okay. Let's get some units and get some fleets or corps and armies together here. We are getting to that point in the game where a stupid war from some overambitious neighbor is might push us back by quite a lot. And I just want to make sure that each of my flanks, each of like general area along my entire border needs to have some military presence. It's just a good practice to have. Even though you may feel you may not need it, sometimes the AI doesn't care. And many games actually on lower difficulties, the AI will just ignore you. But yeah, try to avoid that. Always have some military on hand that always assume the worst or plan for the worst. But yeah, I think we're in good shape though. Vatican City. Oh, we lost Petra.
is when a guy gets
Okay. Oh, come on, man. Where the hell are these barbarians coming from? Okay. Got Zhao Dagwan. I think I want to launch him in Zanzibar or expend him in Zanzibar and get those. And let's get our first corporation here. I think I forgot about him. I had him parked there for the tech and I got the tech and I completely blanked on the fact that I was going to make the corporation. Yeah, it's... when you are playing a wide empire, it does get hard to be on top of every little thing that's going on.
achieving calculable.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, Petra would have made that city better, but it's okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not going to say no to trade deals that offer me great works. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep my submarine in that bay here. Okay, I think I'm done with trying to... I think let's come back home. Let's move you back into our home territory. And all we got to do is protect the big cities and potentially protect spaceports from this point on.
A world without radio.
Alright, radio is done. Okay, where do we go next? We're in aluminum. Aluminum is going to boost nanotechnology. So we are going to be in great shape to get or to be exactly where we want to be tech wise. But yeah, but there are there's a list of things here, and I think I want to be boosting so many of these. Yeah, I think computers is fine. Let's hard tech computers, even though it's possible I can boost it, but we gotta hard tech something. And I'd rather not hard tech or waste turns in hard teching something that I know that I will surely be boosting. Okay, that's fine. So typically when I'm extracting artifacts, I follow a simple rule. Know the artifacts that you have already in place. And if you have a theming possible, then aim for it. But if you don't have a theming possible, then go for the rarest kind you see. So the rarest artifacts are going to be the ones that belong to city states. The next rarest are going to be the ones that are the other civs, then yourself, your civ, and then barbarians, which seem to be the most predominant. So aiming for that is fine. I want to try and theme a museum here. So let's just get some, yeah, let's try to get some religious artifacts and try to theme something. You know what? Let's just get them all. I mean, we have the gold, we have the slots for it. I mean, let's just do it. Michelangelo for the win. We have a theme in Karkar. Oh, we got composites from the tribal village. Yeah, we boosted composites, but we are Babylon, so we got it. That's kind of insane. That is quite sick, actually. I think I'm just going to beeline to rocketry. Replaceable parts. I think I needed 3. Oh, damn it. Before I joined that army or made that fleet, you need 3 distinct line infantry to get that boost. And a corps or an army still counts as 1 unit. So I need 3 of. Well, I have the 1 army, and I will need 2 more explicit line infantry units.
The machines are unsmooth.
There you go. Nanotechnology is boosted. Yeah, we are a few turns away from.
Don't watch the big clock.
Holy sweet.
Do what it does. Keep going.
Okay. I started building Big Ben, not expecting to get it, but here we are. We have got it. Yeah, that's just gonna make things as if things weren't easy enough. This is gonna get easier even still. What do I want? More science. And Leonardo da Vinci, not as impactful in this setup, but he does. I mean, my culture will magnify quite a bit. And because of Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, he gets 2 charges, which means it will happen twice. He does give a tech boost, but the era of the tech boost that he gives, I don't think. Yeah, we are well past that. Yeah, once rocketry is done, we are going to be in very good shape. Because then the only thing I got to worry about is some planes and advanced flight, I think. Pretty much everything else is boosted from this point on. You want an alliance? I will give you an alliance. Let's say no one can steal any tech, I think. Let's try to ban steal tech boost. And yeah, campus should be okay. Alright, we won both. And we are at conservation now. Sure, there are some useful things here. Invention would be, yeah, let's plug it in. I mean, I think science foundations is something I want. But I think invention is a good thing to start off so far, right? This is a good thing to keep right now. Okay, let's just go full on science here. I think plug in everything that you need to give you science, that gives you science. And let's see. Majority of the techs that I don't have yet are boosted either by great scientists or I have to hard tech them. So having as much absolute science as possible is going to be key. Maximizing 6 envoys is pretty much the bare minimum after you have them as your suzerain, because that's when you get the most out of or the most science or the most yield out of whatever buildings you may have. Oh, I forgot about you. My poor Nagao Mabeba is dead. Okay, now that I have cultural heritage sites, I could bump up my tourism. And I'm 51 of 293 is not bad. And actually, this is a good spot or a good time to actually get open borders with everyone else. and start sending trade routes also to everyone else. Possibly should have done this earlier, but it's fine. Yep, all open borders, and we have the multipliers in effect now. I still think that the getting to a science win is still the closest path to a victory, but I think culture may not be too far behind. Is it time to get Hercules back? Maybe. We are close. We are 2 turns away from rocketry, so...
The golden gates of sleep and bar where strength and beauty
Okay.
kindle their image like a
We
star.
built the Golden Gate Bridge. It raises the appeal and like gives you a bunch of tourism for wonders and other things. You don't have too many wonders in the city though. Yeah, at this point, if I want to put any kind of a district down, the adjacency does not really matter. In fact, in the early game, I'm very careful and conscious of wanting to harvest tiles. That doesn't matter either as the game moves on. Alright,
When you launch a rocket,
so we're at rocketry, and I think good place. You know, I'm not gonna get. I don't see myself getting to the population bump to get the theater square in place. So let's just put the spaceport right there. It's fine. And Hercules can one turn it. And since Hercules has one turned it, let's just kick off the Earth satellite now. Yeah, so normally in games like these, I would have prioritized Magnus to go to vertical integration, but we are far from getting there. And Pingala could use the space promotion too, which he doesn't have. We have 8 envoys stashed. I should do something useful with them. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Wait, what? Suleiman declared war on us.
slowly, idea.
Suleiman has declared war. Yeah, we're gonna kill him. But I don't have too much of a military nearby, so I gotta be careful here. Yeah, my great general needs to move down. Yeah, let's see. He doesn't have walls in his secondary cities. That might just very well be his downfall. But I need to get some military in this city. 5-year plan. And I could use... Yeah, let's plug in heritage tourism now. Still have one more military slot. I could take the gold or take the faster up production. Or yeah, let's take total war here. Let's see. So I'm not sending a trade route to Shaka, Caesar, Ramses, and Ambiorix. So Hercules is no chump in battle. Maybe I can send him down to the front line. He does have 2 charges, but let's see. Let's see how things are shaping up on the war front. Yeah, I need more military here. And I probably need a couple of planes or something to that effect. Can't really pillage anything on this here. There is an industrial zone north I can pillage. There you go. We have our first plane.
Children of the nuclear right now.
Yeah, let's plug in science foundations here. It's better. Our oil is secure. I think our coal is a little on the edge, but we have an abundance of oil right now. And I think the city needs to build. Yeah, let's get a couple of builders and let's mix it up with builders and some military here. And Hercules needs to join the fray. And our plane can, yeah, get in the action too. Alright, computers and advanced flight is done. Let's upgrade to a jet. Oh, good God. Hey, sweet. We can get a free tank. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, James Watt. I don't have any industrial zones that need the factory and the workshop. He gives them for free. So it's quite possible that he may go unused this game. Alright, village. And we have Horatio Nelson. I think I need a drone. Let's queue up some bombers and I think I'll need to buy a drone somewhere. That's fine. James Watt can stay in Buenos Aires. Maybe I can build an industrial zone here and use him. But yeah, that storm wrecked a bunch of things which you need to fix first. It's going to be a while. And that plane can actually rebase down here. That's fine. Horatio Nelson, yeah. Let's move you to the city where I'm building a new harbor. He gives you a free lighthouse and shipyard, I think. Let's deploy you on a forward position. Alright. And he has some decent wonders. Oh, he built the Petra. Yeah, I think democracy here. I don't know. I can take this game in so many different directions at this point. The only reason I want to stick with democracy is because we already have an extra military slot with the Alhambra, and I can definitely make the most of the economic and the diplomatic and the wildcard slots. The highest number combination is in democracy. The other ones typically give you more military slots in different combinations. Yeah, let's get our alliance up. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm getting so much Euro score from those scales. Okay, can't quite hit Istanbul at this point, but okay, that ranger is gonna mess with my plans. Yeah, it's a levied unit, but I will upgrade him, and I'll claim that tank. Borsippa can build Bolshoi. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I think it's time to get the drone now, and I need to raise some gold here. Let's wait a bit, heal a bit, and then get our things in position. We're at suffrage. Let's switch to democracy here. And we have a few more slots to fill out. And along with science foundations, I think I'm plugging back in invention. Let's head to space race now. Yeah, this city got wrecked by that dust storm. It's going to take a while before everything else is built up. Aid request? Sure. We found Ikil and Mount Everest. And Torre del Paine, because we launched the Earth satellite. Sweet. Alright, step 1 of the science victory is complete. Now we gotta do the moon landing. I love watching my mom argue with the Jeep. Okay. Alfred Nobel. Sweet. And Alfred Nobel is gonna get me nuclear fission, and Cold War is boosted. Alright, we got Gustav Eiffel. And we have... yeah, you can finish Bolshoi. John Spilsbury, who's gonna give me more amenities. Okay, that's good. Einstein is someone I would want, but I think, yeah, I have the faith. Let's do it. Yeah, things are gonna just get sick here. But yeah, we gotta get the little moon landing kicked off now. And only a few steps away to win. We do have 4 envoys, and I can... yeah, let's choose Mitla here. Mitla helps your cities that have campuses grow faster. My guys are in position here, and I can definitely start hitting the cities down. My machine gun could be in a bit of trouble here, but it's fine. Yeah, we will be whittling down. I want to say 2 or 3 turns, and Istanbul is ours. He wants peace. We do not do peace when we are pulled into shit that we did not want. At the very least, I'm taking Istanbul, but I'm very much inclined to just wipe him out. Yeah, and I think this is a good spot to start getting flood barriers up wherever we need them, and get some more military too. We got the Bolshoi Theater. Bolshoi is going to end up boosting... let's see what we get here. You do get 2 free civics or civic boosts. You get the civics outright. So we got... yeah, totalitarianism is not as impactful because we already have a government. But professional sports can help if you try for the culture win. Yeah, let's upgrade you and we'll try to grab that tank. I should have done that like a few turns ago when I had the chance. He's got Anansi back, so we definitely should try and take Anansi out. Oh wow, the bomber was brutal. Yeah, none of the AI civs are anywhere close to bombers or even countering bombers. We are in good shape here. There we go. We got a tank. Alright. Istanbul is captured. And let's hit Anansi here. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, rebase you here. And I might need a governor. It's fine, but I think, yeah, let's move Victor in here.
NASA spent millions of dollars inventing the ballpoint pen so they
All
could
right.
write in space.
Now that we have space race, I think plug-in integrated space. Yeah, it's a 15% production buff towards space projects, as long as you have either a seaport or an encampment in the city, or a military academy in the city. Yeah, that's a good city. It has some decent districts. Let's go for environmentalism next. That will give us a 25% buff to tourism. I think this is really coming down to like a race where culture and tourism are going to literally compete or go head to head. And it might just come down to like a few turns where either victory could happen. Moment of truth: Natural History Museum or Royal Society? I still think science or culture is. I think science is still the shorter path, so let's do that. It's a single rocket artillery. It's not even a rocket arty army. That's how sick this setup is. We have another theme, and let's see if there's anything else we can buy from the AI. Great works of music are good. Let's just buy the lot here. Yeah, something to think about. Since I've gone Royal Society, builders are actually more important to me because I can speed up the production of my space projects with builders. And yeah, I shouldn't really spend all my gold, but I have. It's fine. I want to say like another 5-6 turns and we will be very close to wiping out Istanbul or Suleiman. Oh. Yeah. I should have bombarded that city before my tank hit it. It's fine. Laskarina Bubulina. Not really useful. He has a decent amount of art museums. Suleiman, that is. I think pretty much every city that he controls that has a district, I will hold on to. The rest, I don't care. Yeah, and I'll probably end up raising them. No, he's got walls up. Okay. And he's got walls down. Alright. Grants 1 promotion level. Yeah, that submarine could use the promotion. That's fine. And we got a couple of great musicians and artists. Yeah, I don't have a slot for you guys because I spent my gold to buy a bunch of stuff. Bursa has fallen. And yeah, let's take the promotion first. We can take out Erzurum next turn. Yeah, his empire has collapsed now. I've taken out pretty much Suleiman's central cities. Nope. No peace. Volcano has been going off like quite a bit. Sweet. Yeah, I need to clear a path. Yep. Perfect. Erzurum has fallen. Alvar Alto. I mean, it'll be useful since we are also vying for a culture win, but I have no idea which cities I want to use him in. I have 4 envoys, but I think investing in any city-states is going to be pointless from this point on. I think we are well on track to getting to our victory. Now the question is, which cities does Alvar Alto benefit from actually raising the appeal of? Wherever, yeah, that's a decent national park. But I don't see too many spots up here for other national parks. Maybe one in the west of Buenos Aires. Definitely one slightly between Buenos Aires and Durkurigal Zoo. Yeah, but none in my central landmass here. Yeah, let's see. Let's get a naturalist and see where spots I can put him. Okay, so there are spots. Okay, there is this one spot up in the north. That is fine. But I do have spots in the south where I can actually benefit from national parks. So Izmir should also get a naturalist, which will be fine. So Alvar Alto really, yeah, I think maybe I should expend him in these tundra cities down here, because there seems to be more land here where if the appeal is raised, I can put down more national parks. That's the working theory here, and I'm pretty sure I will be able to. Yeah, I can put I think at least two in Adana after I capture it, and potentially 3 in Izmir. Environmentalism's done. We have robotics. I could get a Yeah, I could actually boost my tourism here. Or I could get a giant death robot for shits and giggles. I think we are gonna get Shah Jahan. We're gonna get a bunch of great people here. But yeah, I think let's move Magnus. Let's take Space Initiative on Pingala first, and then if we get another any other promotions, I will take vertical integration on Magnus. And Adana is captured, and I really don't care what districts you build. Do I care for the next government year? Not really. Let's get social media and globalization, and then we can take stock after. And let's try to maximize tourism now. I think intervention can be plugged out. And New Deal is important. And just like that, we have 6 themed museums. Yeah, I'm gonna try and buy some more shit off the AI if I'm allowed to. That looks like a full list here. Except for products and maybe a few slots for relics, everything else is filled in. And actually, and I'm missing a few artifact slots too, but that's fine. Yeah, we are so far ahead. It's not even funny. I think smart materials first, then cybernetics, and that should reveal at least the path to the spaceship accelerator projects. I think overall, like thinking long term, getting Liang early and get because of that volcano and pushing her towards that promotion, it was the difference between losing out on Magnus or not considering Magnus for vertical integration at this point. I mean, I think I still could have because we did end up getting Victor, we did end up getting all the other governors. The reason we got all the governors was mainly because of getting Casa and slotting governors in cities that are outside our continent. Outside of Babylon, Paris, and Buenos Aires, all the other cities we controlled are not on our continent. So getting Casa and having a governor in those cities actually is very, very strong. Looks like in hindsight, Magnus with vertical integration has lost out this game. Yeah, a couple of things go differently, and our science game actually is, or rather, the time it takes to get our projects up would have been accelerated. But that's the beauty of the game, though. So many different ways to play, and the same game could actually go in different directions just by a few choices that you make. All right, moon landing's off. The Mars colony is next. Now that we have social media, yeah, that's an absurd amount of culture. That's going to be good. Yeah, online communities would be okay. Yep, 186 of 384. We are not too far behind, actually. In fact, like a few rock bands could settle this very, very quickly, I think. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if it's too late here, but let's push for vertical integration on Magnus. Maybe something happens. It's inconsequential, I think, as far as this game is concerned, but who knows? It's 12 turns for the Mars colonies. My production has overall not been. Yeah. I've had games where overall my production has been better. This does feel like one of those games that not everything was done well. Alright, globalization is done. Let's plug in the science card too. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get our national parks. And I think our beat of steam is perfectly fine. Magnus is at vertical integration, and I think Eshuna is a good candidate to put down a secondary spaceport. Once that is in place, I'll probably do a run count of how much production Eshuna and Babylon have comparatively, and then see where I want to build the last few projects, or the last project rather. I mean, we were responsible for Catherine exiting the game, but we weren't the ones who knocked her out. I think Caesar was the one who knocked her out. So we'll vote for ourselves in both these cases, and I think, yeah, let's try to push for maximize whatever we can get. And we are voting for the World's Fair too. And we won all of them. So diplomatic victory, we are at 16. Holy shit, we are at 16. And we are making progress on the culture win, and we are steadily ticking along on the science win. I wasn't expecting to be at 16 diplomatic points. We are literally like a few. So the next time the Congress happens, I'm guaranteed that people are going to vote against us and have us lose points. We are holding 2 capitals, so we are not really generating a lot of diplomatic favor here. So it's going to be challenging. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like. So okay, so we there is a aid request going on, and if we win that aid request, it pushes up to us to 18. I know that there is one civic that gives you 1 point somewhere that will push you up to 19. Basically, at the next Congress, we just have to make sure that we get a differential of 1. The World's Fair is something we could win, and that could give you the 20th. But I mean, the next Congress is going to still take a while to happen. So the culture and science would still be, yeah, I think that still happens sooner. But yeah, but I mean, the diplomatic victory is also within spitting distance. There you go. Ruin, ruin, Istanbul becomes Iram of the pillars, remembered only by melancholy poets. Okay. Yeah, raise that city. Don't care for it. Okay, let's move our general units up north. I mean, the border with Caesar could be in. He might decide something stupid. I think Jayavarman is fine. He's allied to us. There's an outside chance that China, Egypt, Canada might not like what we just did. Even if there is war from this point on, nothing's gonna happen. That's gonna slow us down. Kursus, there are some city states here I could actually. I don't know. I don't think there is any city state I want here. You can Suzer in Leventa, which is fine. It's like a bonus prize here. That's fine. Do we care for Pingala researcher? No. Let's get the culture promotion on him. I mean, this is so like no other game would this happen where you have Pingala promote with all the promotions except the research promotion. I don't see. I mean, even with Babylon, actually, it's something that you don't. You typically always pick researcher and connoisseur first up, but for some reason I did not, and I completely looked past it. And yet we are where we are. All right, we are at smart materials, and Hercules can build my second spaceport. Yeah, I don't need any more districts either. Maybe the odd Theta Square, but that's about it. I don't need anything else. But Shuna needs an encampment. Maybe that's what Hercules builds because there is a 15% production bump if Shuna is the one that's going to build the exoplanet expedition. Could buy these, but it's fine. Let's build these. It's going to be a while before Babylon finishes the Mars colony anyways. Wait. Really? Is this how we're going to win? Okay, let's place it down. Yeah, if I get that, if I get Statue of Liberty, it's game over. And I'm 12 turns, 12-ish turns. It's never an exact number, but we are close to a culture victory though. In fact, we are furthest away from science right now, which is kind of strange and stupid because science was the way we were winning before. Oh, good God. Yeah. Okay, the game's over. So we got Shah Jahan, and Shah Jahan is going to one turn the Statue of Liberty for me. And we got that diplomatic point from the Civic. Go to Mari. Next turn. I think my gold is enough. I think I have enough gold to cover the cost of getting the wonder next turn. All the hard work that we put into us for a science win, for a culture push. I can't believe that we are so close to, or rather we are actually going to win a diplomatic victory here. This is insane. Like the diplomatic victory, it wasn't even on my radar at all. Yet here we are. All right. Statue of Liberty for the win. This just goes to showcase how insane Babylon can be. The first, like I want to say, the first 70% of the game, we were pushing science. And then we tried to pivot into a culture win for the remaining 30% of it. But out of the blue, the diplomatic victory pretty much said, hold my beer. Let's take a look at some graphs here. Yeah, as far as science is concerned, we were sort of middling along, and our absolute numbers weren't great until the last few turns here. Culture probably was better, but it didn't start off better. It was still, yeah, Jayavarman was like way ahead, but then at one point we just hockey sticked them. We definitely went crazy with our districts. We definitely, yeah, I mean, great people were highly contested this entire game, and it wasn't until the late game where we started getting our own share. Wonders also. I want to say the first 100 turns we barely had like one or two wonders, but things just went apeshit from there on. Yeah, so this has been fun. I mean, this was my first Civ 6 game in more than a few months actually, because I've been playing a lot of Ara History Untold. It definitely, like, when you come back to this game after even a short spell, it becomes immediately apparent that you are not at the top of your game, and you do end up making mistakes that you have sort of had them locked into your muscle memory. I mean, I'm glad I played Babylon here because the gameplay is just so interesting with the unique traits that Hammurabi has. I think I'm going to dip back into Ara maybe for a bit, but I'll definitely play some Civ games here. I did play a few Civ 7 games also. Not having as much fun on Civ 7, if that makes any sense. It lacks, I don't know what it lacks. It lacks something. So if I play each age as its own separate game, I do tend to have fun. But if I'm imagining the age of antiquities and the age of exploration and the modern age as one game, something about it feels very disconnected, and I was not having fun with it. It will evolve, it will get better, but I think there is still time for that. I still remember the heated discussions between Civ 6 and Civ 5. Some of my friends who still say that Civ 5 is far better, and it's definitely their favorite over Civ 6. Even though personally for me, I do love Civ 5 and I enjoyed it. Initially, the first 6 months or a year with Civ 6, I wasn't quite sold on the game, but the way it is right now, yeah, I mean, what, 8, 9 years in, everything about this game has been great so far. And Civ 7 will get there, but don't see the path yet. Stay tuned for some more Civ 6 content, some more Ara content. Thank you for watching, and definitely tune into the next one. If you have made it this far and have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share with your friends, or consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, my heartfelt thanks to you. Thank you.